Hello, my name is Eonshikeno, and I'm going to cast a game here on Metalopolis between OverTheZero as our Red Protoss player versus Miso as the Pink Zerg player. So right off the bat, I like to think about people's names in these games. So OverTheZero, I'm thinking about this like, what could that mean? Maybe it's some type of math reference. Because if you put any number over 0, divide it, you have infinity. So maybe it's just kind of a secondary relation to wanting to have the name infinity. I don't know. Then we have over here the name miso. The thing I instantly think of after miso is miso honey, but that's probably not what they're thinking about. Anyway, let's get back to this game. So we got the extractor trick there on 10, getting that drone out and then sending it off to scout. I love doing that. That's pretty much my standard process. We have OverTheZero here with a pylon out in front, and we probably will see maybe some type of move to fast expand. We have a probe here with some minerals in hand, running out. Fighting, we're going to have a little fight here outside front. And we have forge being placed down, and that probe moving off. Looks like it's going to head over here to the Zerg base. We have a spawning pool laid down at 14, and this drone is going to move over here. It looks like he's going to rally and then head back. The Overlord being placed out here just to keep an eye on if any pylons are being built or cannons are going to be built. Give him a bird's eye view of that. No Vespian geysers being taken for our Zerg player yet, or for our Protoss player. Protoss player in this position, once you see cannons, probably won't be, or once you see a forge, probably won't be getting a Vespian geyser anytime soon. One cannon right there. We may see a very nice walling right here, really snug between a nexus walling this off, causing a very long pathway down here, kind of a tower defense build. Probably see that right now. There we have it. Yes, that is a very nice build. Only weak point right here being this one little pylon powering all of it. Hopefully they'll put some type of building up here to cover that. But very well protected photon cannon. Even continuing the wall off right here, building another pylon down here on the edge. And we have up here, we have miso throwing down an expansion, building a queen. Is that the first queen? Yes, that is the first queen. Extractor built. Not putting any units into it yet, not being any drones. Looks like they were, but then pulled them back. Save some lings moving out, getting a nice spread, running this one down here, probably to look for any pylons maybe. And we have a little wall off right here. Is this a wall off? Yeah, it looks like he's using these two little lings here to wall off to force a complete runaround. Some kind of conversation right now. Miso, not a fan of the arts, destroys this statue. OverTheZero, sending a probe out here to scout. Good position for that Overlord, rallying it down here. So like that probe was going to try and fight that ling, but decided he just would like to go jogging instead. So he's going to run up here, checking out this expansion. He's going to try and suicide up in here into this base to see what things he's got going against him. So he sees a second queen coming out. He does not see a tech or a roach warren. But over here we do see a fast expansion, or another, I would say this, a fast second expansion for miso up here in the rich mineral fields, going for the good stuff. And we do have an even more fortified wall off here for OverTheZero. Two more gateways being placed, just the one photon cannon, and another pylon down here to cover, actually canceling it. That was a very nice wall off right here though, covering the back way, but I guess he decided he wanted to place it somewhere else, or he didn't really. He does need the food. He's at 33 to 36, so he's going to need that pylon pretty soon. Kind of interesting. This is a very, I would call it sort of remote expansion. I'd be surprised, actually it wouldn't surprise me if this entire game goes through without OverTheZero even seeing it. So we have two little Zerglings hanging out outside Miso's base, just waiting to just little scouts see what's going on. We have our forge upgrading, level 1 weapons upgrade, which will allow those zealots to two-shot those lings. Very critical. Doing some serious droning right now for the Zerg player. We do see a roach warren being placed, just on one gas right now. Yes, still on one gas. Some more overloads popping out there. a lot of drones got transferred up here to make the most out of those rich mineral fields. So it looks like we're going to see a fast expo into a 4-gate push, 4-gate timing push here from our Protoss player. But our Zerg doing what Zergs do, which is keep 1 expo ahead of their opponent, which is very critical for Zerg players in almost any matchup. Well, it's good in general for any player, no matter what race you play, to have 1 more expo than your opponent. But as far as Zergs, it seems to be a little bit more critical at this point in the game. So we have chrono boosting like crazy that Cybernetics Corp. Right now we just have a good mix of Zealot and Sentry for our Protoss player. Some roaches being built, and some really good creep tumor usage. We have 2 creep tumors spreading out all over the place for miso. No speed upgrade. Yep, speed upgrade just finished as I was talking about it for our Zerglings. So we now have speedlings on the map. And 6 roaches. A couple more gas extractors being placed, so now we have 4 gas for our Zerg player. Actually, maybe more. Nope, no more up here yet. 3 queens doing really great larval injections on every base. Actually, checking all the energy, we do have extremely low energy for every single queen. Walking up here, getting positioned for that creep number 2 late. You can actually see a little bit of a fight here. Those lings taking away all the shields on that Zealot, but none of his main life. So he essentially gets out of the fight unscathed. All warp gates. Now going to be popping in some Zealots, and actually I saw some more. Yes, we have 3 more warp gates being built up here for a total of 7 warp gates. Easily sustainable on 2 fully saturated bases. Except no gases down here yet. Does he have the second gas? Yes, we have 2 gas up here. We have a lot of lings right now. Whoa, what was that? I think he just focus fired. So we're going to have a fight right now. Lings getting a really nice surround. Those roaches focusing on killing the Zealots up here. Zealots doing a really nice job. Actually, not anymore. It looks like these roaches are really doing some serious damage. All the lings ended up dying right there, but I don't think he lost any roaches, so these roaches are really going to need to hightail it. Getting that nice creep there. Oh, picking off that creep timber, which might come play a critical role in later. Now with a huge reinforcement of roaches, the Protoss player is deciding to turn around and run. But miso, taking his time and waiting for that glial reconstitution to finish, may decide to hit after that. So our OverTheZero player just has a nice job of having his base completely surrounded by pylons. He's not going to have to worry about any Nidus worms coming in, or you just give him some type of advanced warning for mutas or anything like that. Actually, we have a fight going on over here. A whole roach army doing a very nice job picking off all those Zealots. Those stalkers forced to run, just too many roaches. Actually being able to fight on the creep there. That was a great advantage for miso. Oh man, another creep tumor being picked off. So his 2 main creep tumors are actually all dead now. Actually, he rebuilt another one. This OverTheZero being very aggressive here, fighting this Zerg player on the creep. Doesn't pay off too well unless you have a lot larger army. These roaches are very fast. As far as speed goes, they are at 2. Oops, ran off creep. Oh, actually, did that just finish? I think it just finished. Anyways, they are very fast. Needless to say, 3.09 versus the Stalkers 2.95. So they are a lot faster than Stalkers with that speed upgrade. So they're just going to run in and start attack moving. Zealots running in up the front, trying to take some damage. More roaches coming in from the top here. Without Zealots, these roaches are going to be doing a lot of damage. Stalkers trying to do some nice micro to shoot. And now they're just actually in full run mode. More Zealots being warped in. Roaches now falling back. We have 10 more roaches in production. And the spire is almost finished. A lot of roaches. We're having basically a constant back and forth fight here in the middle. These roaches moving in behind are going to force these stalkers to maybe run up to the right, run further into his base. Those roaches are going to be finishing very soon. 16 roaches being produced. Looks like 10 of them just finished. Losing all of his roaches right now. He's left with what he has in production, and we have Hydras coming now, which are going to be very critical dealing with these Stalkers. Those Hydras will be a great counter to these Stalkers. Roach is kind of just holding off these Stalkers for the time being, holding up this really strong, I think 7-8 gateway push right now. More roaches coming in with 8 Hydralisks in production now. He actually lost that queen in that fight. Stalkers falling back up this way, up the ramp. We have more Stalkers and Zealots coming in from the top. Roaches falling back. More Hydras coming out. Focus fire down on that Hydra. Some Zealots up front just eating up that damage from those Roaches and Hydras. We have no creep tumor, or not creep tumors, no spine crawlers yet for Miso, which might have came in handy because he had all that extra money from that expansion. Transfuse coming down from that queen. We have a lot of Hydras right now, like 7 Hydras, actually less than that, 5 Hydras. More Hydras coming in here from the bottom, pulling actually a drone out. Looks like these Stalkers have overcommitted. He just lost all of the Stalkers right there, left with just Zealots, not even a charge upgrade on them. Down to 2 units. He's going to mark out that queen. He's going to save that queen. Running here with just 4 Zealots and a Stalker, not a very good move. These Hydras are going to eat that up. Now with that better teched army, Miso is in a commanding position right now. He's had this expansion this whole time, which has really been fueling his ability to fight off this massive Stalker Zealot combination push. He has 1 attack upgrade and 1 armor upgrade for our Protoss player OverTheZero, and Miso with no upgrades yet. Building, replacing that queen, moving this queen up here. And it looks like he has our Aspire, which seemed to be purely cautionary to deal with Colossus if that case comes. But we haven't seen any Colossus being built for OverTheZero yet. More Stalkers coming in, just going to try and do some damage. There are way too many Hydras. OverTheZero is going to get completely wrecked right here in this fight. That queen's soaking up so much damage. These Hydras are going to completely destroy all these sentries and Zealots if they decide to fight. Not fast enough to be able to outrun these Hydra on creep. Those things are just ridiculously fast. 3.37, a lot faster than these Stalkers, which is only 2.95. Now with a purely Hydra army, those things just skate on that creep. That is ridiculous. Miso with complete, I would say, map control at this point with those Hydras. Anyway, with his creep, he's got map control. At least I'll put it that way. He still does not see that expansion. Miso with a great job of putting Overlords at almost every single expansion. Looks like Miso's just going to bypass that entire army and just go straight into his base. Maybe try and kill some pylons or warp gates. Chrono boosting all those warp gates. They have OverTheZero coming from behind with some Stalkers and Zealots, but it doesn't look like he's going to have enough. There's just too many Hydralisks right now, just dealing crazy amounts of damage. And there we have it. OverTheZero says what may have been GG. I'm not quite too sure. So this game we've had that fast expand, which allowed OverTheZero to apply some serious pressure to Miso, which kind of put him in tunnel vision, which given the chance that he may have scouted once, we could have seen a different fight. If he would have scouted earlier, seen this expansion a little bit further away to reinforce, he might have actually been able to take out this expansion, and that could have sealed him the victory for this game. But a good play by Miso, using those roaches just to hold off, not being too aggressive, just waiting for those Hydras. Because you never really saw those roaches get off the creep. He stayed on the creep, played defense, waited for those Hydras to come out, and as soon as he felt that he had a better army, he just came in for one push and completely crushed OverTheZero. I don't know if I'm going to cast another game today, but I might if it stays cool enough in my house, because my AC is not working. But until next time.